Hi, I'm Chris Sims. I am a Scrum trainer and Agile coach at Agile Learning Labs in beautiful San Mateo, California. It's a great question. What motivates me to teach Scrum? Out in the field actually creating software product. In fact, my very first experience was with extreme programming, which is essentially Scrum on steroids. And we took a group of people who individually had achieved great things, but when they had been put together to do a bigger project together, we had failed miserably. And that motivated me to find something that would help. From that point, I was kind of hooked, and I became an internal evangelist at the company I worked at, and helped people there kind of transition and transform. And I realized that what was feeding me, what was giving me energy, was seeing that change happen, seeing that improvement happen, and that excited me, and I wanted to continue to do that and have that be what I did for a living. So I think the reason that I wanted to become a certified trainer was reach. I had seen at that time, and I'll be honest, I had been for a long time one of those people who kind of poo-pooed certification. I was like, oh great, you went to a 2-day class, awesome, right? But what I found was that there were a lot of people who would come to a class because there was a certification attached to it, who otherwise would not have. And once they were in that room, there was this opportunity to engage them with ideas that they actually found useful and helpful, and help them to start their journey of transformation. And so for me, the motivation to become a certified trainer was to have that broader reach, to be able to reach people that otherwise might not come to Scrum. Don't know that it has, to be honest. I still think that one of the things that being a certified trainer gives you is this increased reach. I do think, though, that one of the things that I have gained is certainly a much deeper understanding of Scrum and how Scrum can help people achieve their goals and help people kind of transform into better situations. There were a number of key moments along that journey, from being someone who was already a coach and trainer to, I guess, being a certified Scrum trainer. Most of them came through my interaction with other trainers and coaches. I was fortunate enough to do a significant amount of co-training with a number of different people. And in each case, I learned things both about Scrum itself and things about how to help people understand Scrum, but also how to help people understand their own situations and frame their own situations up more productively. And so I think that those were key moments for me, were my co-trainings. I don't think so, honestly. In some ways, I always view that as a trick question, not in a bad way. But on one hand, you can look back with hindsight, and boy, there are things that I taught where I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't believe I taught that. Right? For a while, I was teaching people how to estimate tasks in hours, and now I'm like, oh, don't do that. Right? That causes more trouble than it's worth. So I could look back with hindsight and say I'm smarter now. I would do some things differently. At the same time, I feel that the only path to right here and right now was the path that I took. And so from that view of the world, I wouldn't change a thing. We've helped a company that does recruiting, and they have organized the recruiting efforts into teams, and they're actually using Scrum and taking kind of a very non-traditional approach to recruiting. I've worked with executive teams who have adopted Scrum or parts of Scrum to the work that they do. And I've worked with clients who are finding that they can apply it outside of software. I know of at least one group that's using it in their marketing department. They've run their marketing department through our trainings. Presence, an ability to command the attention of the room, an ability to connect with the people that you are in that room with, and so that means listening, right? Not just standing and delivering your pre-canned message, but actually taking the time to connect with them, hear their questions, dig deeper beyond just the surface level question, and figure out, well, what's helping them figure out what's really going on for them, and help make the material relevant to them. So I enjoy snowboarding. I'm fortunate enough to live in the Bay Area in San Francisco, and so Lake Tahoe is nearby. I enjoy traveling. So one of the benefits of being a trainer is there are opportunities to travel, and when I do, I always make time to see the place that I am fortunate enough to visit, and I've really enjoyed that. So those are a couple of things I really enjoy.